of Traoré have spread beyond Burkina Faso to cities like Accra, London and Montego Bay, Jamaica, reflecting a global groundswell of solidarity. African Americans and Black Britons, inspired by Traoré's anti-imperialist rhetoric, see him as a symbol of resistance against the legacies of colonialism and slavery. As one protester in Ouagadougou declared, "Because Colin Powell lied, Iraq was destroyed. Barack Obama lied, Gaddafi was killed. But this time, their lies won't affect us." The West is being forced to reckon with an Africa that is no longer content to play the role of the world's resource depot. The expulsion of French troops, the rejection of Western-backed institutions like ECOWAS, and the pivot toward partnerships with Russia, Turkey, and other non-Western powers signal a geopolitical realignment. The alliance of Sahel states, with its focus on regional sovereignty and economic cooperation, is a blueprint for a new African unity that prioritizes African interests over those of foreign powers. Guinea's alignment with this movement suggests that more nations may follow, creating a domino effect that could transform the continent. While the actions of Guinea, Burkina Faso, Mali and Niger are cause for celebration, they are not without challenges. The Sahel remains plagued by jihadist insurgencies, with Burkina Faso alone losing 40% of its territory to militant groups. Traoré's government has struggled to curb the violence, with deaths from militant attacks nearly doubling from 5,621 in 2022 to 6,389 in 2024. Guinea, Mali and Niger face similar security threats, which could undermine their efforts to assert resource sovereignty. Moreover, the nationalization of industries carries risks of inefficiency and corruption, as seen in other African state-owned enterprises. For these policies to succeed, leaders like Doumbouya and Traoré must prioritize strong institutions, transparency, and inclusive governance. Yet, the opportunities are immense. By retaining greater control over their resources, these nations can invest in education, healthcare and infrastructure, addressing the systemic poverty that has fueled unrest. The construction of gold refineries in Burkina Faso and Mali, for example, could create thousands of jobs and boost local economies. Guinea's vast bauxite reserves, if processed domestically, could position the country as a major player in the global aluminum market. The alliance of Sahel states, if expanded to include Guinea and other nations, could foster regional integration and economic self-reliance, reducing dependence on Western aid and markets. The revocation of 46 mining licenses in Guinea is more than a policy decision. It is a